Okay. Okay, we like that. We like that. Okay, and hi, hello, and today is Women's Day. Women's Day, and I congratulate everyone who is the woman watching. There are so many men and very little women watching me. So men also could be congratulated for the Women's Day because they are by the woman's side, right? So after I've just said hi, hello, and I'm happy to translate on a Women's Day. I will going to talk about erotic photography. Okay, erotic photo shoots for women, and of course, erotic photo shoots for couples. Okay, so erotic photography for a decade or more. I was thinking why people need erotic photography, why people are doing it. Okay, why? And most of erotic photo shoots, they are done for one and single reason, to make sexy pictures. People want to see how they look like when they are sexy. You see? When you are sexy in a sexy vibe, you're feeling hot, you do not see yourself. You can feel it. You can check yourself out in the mirror, right? And other people can evaluate you. Okay, you are sexy, you are not sexy. But when people coming to erotic photo shoot and do erotic photography, that is what they want to achieve. Their goal is, of course, to make sexy pictures. Sexy pictures dressed, sexy pictures starting undressed, I would call it semi-nude pictures, right? And sexy pictures when they are undressing. And also they want to look sexy when they're making love. Okay, that's for couples. The for singles, they want to look sexy when they are playing with themselves. Okay, so this is all about sexy, looking sexy. Why looking is so important? Why looks is so important? Why people worry how they look? Okay, are they looking sexy? Are they not looking sexy? Some people don't worry at all. Okay, some don't, but majority worry about how they look. Okay, seriously, worry about how they express themselves, worry about how the other people think, what the other people think, and so on and so on. So look, it is important, right? And so what they're doing is they're practicing and they're presenting themselves in front of the camera, and then dressing in front of the camera, and they're being scared while they're undressing in front of the camera. When I was shooting, there was a time when I was shooting only women, erotic photography only for women. I get very much maybe bored later on, okay, shooting only women, because you see, it was just like being in the same pond, swimming with the same fish. And women are worried, seriously worried how they look. They would discard the whole picture, the artisticity, the lighting, the composition, they discard everything if they would see somewhere there one wrinkle. It's not a good picture, straight away. Okay, there were a lot of situations when I would realize that it is not very much important, the photography, the techniques, okay, the lightings. This is irrelevant. Seriously, irrelevant. No one cares what is in the background. Okay, is it beautiful background or not? If she do not like herself, she's not feeling great. If she's not feeling sexy, she will not like the pictures. You see? So with the woman, it is a specific approach and specific needs. And for every woman who is perfectionist, and now in social media, we came to the point that, you see a lot of perfect people. Okay? They are so perfect, they're gods. And erotic photography in general, and in general life, it's about imperfections and love. Okay, and matching with people, it's loving their imperfections, not how perfect they are. And so community now brings up to a certain point, and people are don't know what to do about it. Okay, that is why we have a Photoshop. That is why we have a lot of editing programs, and that is why we have a social media with the filters on. Okay, because there is a big insecurity behind it. Okay, so I'm not saying that just only women are extremely insecure and extremely worry. Men are also really insecure and worry. Okay, but I am just saying, working with the woman, I was relieved after working with the men. Okay, because men concentrate on an experience more and what they are going to achieve and on their goals. Okay, and men are different in a way of shooting erotic photography. They're more worried about not the looks but about the performance. Okay, different things, right? About the performance, of course, they worry how they look as well, right? But in terms of erotic photography, right, I am talking about sexuality. You see, that's probably the most complicated situation there is if you are shooting sexuality. If you're shooting just the body and body is presented and you are undressing, okay, and just like undressing, right? The photo shoot goes one way, okay. You can do whatever, you make love scenes can be shot and can be created, but by just doing it, you know by just doing it. Two people are doing it and no one feels anything, or she doesn't feel or he doesn't, but they're doing it. They cannot even come at the setting, too nervous and so I'm talking about erotic photography when people shooting themselves, not pretending that they are someone else, not trying to create pictures that they have seen somewhere on the website, okay, not trying to be who they are not, okay. It's very complicated to become when people start undressing, you know when you go from the portrait into undressing mode, people start worrying and nervous how they look. Okay, everyone wants to look sexy, everyone wants to look perfect, everyone wants to look young. Okay, and DSLR cameras that are created at this stage, up to this stage, they do not have filters installed, okay, that it could remove all the imperfections, okay, and it could justify all the insecurities. For example, people are complaining about certain things about their body, right? People complaining about their body, people complaining about their looks, about their face, right? Something is wrong and so on. And they're not photogenic, they not feel sexy. There are so many issues why people are coming to do an erotic photo shoot, to see and resolve that, to find and how to say, and change, be able to change. Because I believe when they see themselves in the picture, that's what I do. When we're shooting erotic photography, I show them and ask them, do you think this is sexy, and how do you feel, how do you look, right? Then they can evaluate straight away and change, you see. So I think photography and erotic photography gives a very clear indication of who they are, of how they are, in what mode they are in, okay, in what zone, at what age, how they look, and they just have this understanding of themselves, what they can do, how they look, what they can do, how they can perform, how they feel. That's an analysis. And when they create erotic photography, a lot of shots, they can understand what was happening with them and can understand what's happening during the photo shoot with their body, because many things are happening. When you dressed, okay, people feel much more secure. When you undress, people want to hide, okay, to hide. And when they hide, there are a lot of negative thoughts going through their mind. And I repeat this many times during my lives, That you see, to be sexy in your body and in your mind, you have to feel amazing about yourself. You have to be confident about yourself. You have to love yourself, adore yourself, appreciate yourself, value yourself. You see, all these things are positive vibrations, and they are all related to who you are, how you represent yourself, how sexy you look. Okay? Imagine if people are coming with a different energy and a different vibration, that they are nervous, that they are worried, that they are scared, some are even terrified to have a photo shoot, then they are not photogenic, they don't look right, they cannot perform. Something is wrong about their, body. There are specific even parts, right? And when they are dressing or the tummy or the hands or the nose or a bum or something, or you name it, there is many reasons why they don't like themselves. Okay, and with the woman to start with, you see, women always find the reason. What is wrong. That is why I'm saying it is more complicated to shoot women, you see, because they straight away know what is wrong with them. And then you need to apply a certain, you have to shoot it in a certain way, in a certain lighting, dress or style, in a certain way. So woman needs more attention and more care. Okay, during erotic photoshoot, that's what I noticed. And when I talk about more attention and more care, I mean more time. You see, more time. And it's, in my head, it is logical, because the longer you shoot, the more you give, the more you try, the more you experiment, the better you get. Okay, the more choices and attempts, were complete during that photo shoot. And when the woman try a lot of things, usually women would like to have a lot of lingerie, a lot of sexy outfit, a lot of, accessories and stuff, everything matched up, then heels, then, like you name it. There are so many things they want to try during that erotic photo shoot, and in a different posing, and in a different lighting, and in a different background or setting. Okay, so women need longer sessions. It is not possible to do it very quickly. I mean, when I'm saying it's not possible, everything is possible. Okay, everything is possible. But to create on point, really professional photography, not only coming from the side of the photographer, but like I said, there has to be responsibility on the participant side. Okay, that the person who is in front of the camera absolutely feeling it and nailing it, right? And I mean that the posing is great, that the face is set up, that they're moving certain way, that the hands are doing that, that is seductive, that is all gracious, that is all, how to say, the desire and passion is out there, right, to create a certain scene, then it is successful. But these sets, when are very short, are only with models. Models don't need a lot of time, because you see, they spend their life practicing the body language and body expression. And that is why when they shoot, okay, the body and the face, they are shooting the same time. Okay, when I shoot normal people, you see, body can present something, but the face and the mind is somewhere else. And to connect those two parts, head and the body, takes time. you know That's what I'm saying. People usually see themselves disconnected when they do erotic photo shoot, and they cannot realize that beforehand. Only when they shoot, they see it, that the face and the body doesn't match. Okay? Seriously. And that is obvious with the limbs as well, okay? Because they don't know where to put their hands, what to do with their legs, and and so on and so on. And it's just like different kind of attempts and reactions happen during erotic photo shoot. So women are very much perfections seekers. You see, and they want that shot that will be extremely perfect. Okay, and that is absolutely possible achieve, but then you need to dedicate time. Okay, dedicate time, and you need to take responsibility as well, right? Because it's not about the photographer to make you sexy. It has to come out of that body. The photographer is shooting. It has to come out from that personality. You see, it's not only about lighting, right? But that's one type of the photo shoot, when there is erotic photo shoot and the client is participating, right? There are other types of photo shoot when people just undress and don't want to feel anything. It is too much, it's too complicated. They feel overwhelmed. And there are couples as well who would like to shoot erotic photography. They would come to the studio and just want to undress and be naked. And it's a non-sexual shoot. They don't want to do anything together. They just want to undress and have a nice picture together naked. Okay. And for me, it is how to say, it is a beginning of erotica. It is just the very start. Usually when the couple comes to the studio, you see they want to undress and they want to have few pictures, but then they inevitably start touching each other and start seducing each other, and that playfulness began. Okay. And then you are in the game and they're trying to do the role play or different kind of fantasy scenarios, and the kissing and the touching, and they make love situation starting. And why stop at that point? You see, and when I've noticed that there are couples who would like to go all the way, that is why I am offering erotic photo shoots with no limitations. Because there are people who would like to come and see themselves how they look like in the highest peak of sexuality, and memorize this and keep that. So erotic photography is for experience. Okay, it's to practice their adult side, which is sexuality, which is playfulness, which is taking the risk and being on the edge together and doing some uh, secret things, right? Secret things. And also, erotica can be kinky, different fantasies, fetishes, BDSM games. Different couples do different things. Some are vanilla and some like rough, you know? So when people are booking erotic photo shoot, usually they're being, quiet about that. Okay? Being quiet. You see, there are not many people who are really open-minded and really straightforward. Okay, so that is what I'm saying. I was thinking for a really long time why people would like to photo shoot, and for me personally, the only answer was to do erotic pictures and to get confidence. Okay, but now I believe that there are much more to it. Okay, much more to it. When I went through a certain maturity myself, I realized that there are very little adults who's been educated on sexuality and who haven't seen themselves in action. And they don't know how they look, you know? And they don't know where they can go with it and how to develop it and how to put it somewhere. You see, somewhere higher on the spiral. When you are in your sexuality, in your zone, you have to push and experiment to understand how far you can go with it. An erotic photo shoot is that experience. You see that the couple can have, right? It's not safe. It's not cozy. It's not familiar. Yeah, it's not known. People doing it first time. So sexuality and development happens when people are doing things first time, you know? And you can travel as much as you want. Okay, growing sexuality, you need to do certain things. And what I'm saying sexuality is, you see, this is energetical. development. This is energy that is being installed in you, and you can control how much of it you can produce, where you can actually direct it. Some people, especially men, today I was watching a race and there were rowers, okay? And I was just thinking, when someone is racing, there are so many people who are cheering, and there is this level of energy. But that's how we watch sport. I remember myself watching these Olympic Games, okay? And it is related. Eros energy, it is related with competition, with risk, with doing any kind of also sport, doing some kind of that activity, you see, that you can be in your element and in your zone. Professionalism is also can be related to sexuality. Because when I looked at those sportsmen, especially the best one, regardless of their ethnicity, how they look or whatever age, you would not do, you would just thought about it or fancy in a way, not necessarily even sexually, but you wanted that, that state. You wanted that energy. And I'm talking about me, right? So I was admiring, you see, sportsmen, achievers, okay? Some admiring people in the business, right? In the business field who are risking. But that is the level of sexuality, because sexuality brings a risk and brings aliveness. Aliveness, you see? And when I'm talking about aliveness, I can tell that there are couples who are alive and you can recognize them. I see on their faces that they're alive. And you can see that couples are dead. Physically, they are alive, okay, but they're somewhere else, but not together. You know what I'm saying? When you are in one room and one is on the phone and the other is somewhere, and you're living that life, and the life is going. And you just spend time with that person, but doesn't mean that anything happening between you. And everything goes into routine and, day by day, it's the same. But if the Eros energy would kick in that moment, right, the change will come. So erotic energy is the change, and people would like to see themselves and be able to change. Because why then they would want to see themselves? You see, only for evolvement, only for growth. And we are designed. We are designed to grow and develop ourselves. Children, you can see on children how they are growing. That is automatic. You can't stop this. If they are in a contact, especially in a creative energy, they are developing and they are growing. When people stop growing, especially in their sexuality, they want to see themselves, understand where are the points for the growth, and make those changes. Humans intuition kicks in when people do not feel it, when there is no intuition. And intuition is everywhere, especially developed with women. Women develop this in a very, how to say, in the Stone Age. Especially it kicks in with the jealousy. Intuition is everywhere, right? All the time. Okay. And you can't really explain this. It's one of the six senses, right? If you can see, if you can smell, if you can touch, if you can taste, these are kind of like the evidental things. You can evidence on that. But intuition is a different sense what humanity needs to acquire yet to the strong point. Okay. So woman, especially if she's in a couple, right? She can sense in the same room her competitor, another woman who fancy her husband. She can feel it. Her husband, no clue, not even aware, not even, and not even, able to suspect anything. But she feels, she knows which one. She straight away feels the danger. She thinks it's going to be an attack. Okay. And she's going into protective mode. That's kind of an intuition about the woman. It's very straightforward. Okay. So that's how it works. You see? So people intuitively, especially adults, want to grow into a certain level. And sexuality is that point where people can develop and grow. And if you are not growing in that sense, you're getting old. So it's like an escape. It's like trying to re-edit yourself, redevelop yourself, rebuild yourself, to write a new story. Okay, to begin, and do something what is there for your good, because sexuality is reflected in every aspect of adult life. And when I'm saying in every aspect, I mean it, because you see, I believe there are four cornerstones for our life. First is, if you're a woman or a man, it's for you to understand your identity, who you are. That's why you need to understand your sexuality. If you're an adult person, if you at that position don't care about the sexuality, then you are still in child vibration, and that also happens, right? Then there is a second cornerstone is the relationship, because adult has to, they are here to create a certain relationship and then prolong the life, prolong the life. So in that relationship, sexuality matters because it's an intimacy and connection. Okay, and that's how babies are made, right? Sexuality is there. Then another point is business or money. Sexuality is directly related with money, and you need money. I need money, right? Money is where how we survive, because we live in material world, and money makes us live in good conditions and not die, right? Eat healthy, and have everything. So money is related to sexual energy, and that also, it's not a secret here. Everyone knows that sexuality sells and sexuality attracts. Okay, and all the marketing strategies, the best ones have hired, you see, or actors or models or some kind of the icons that are directly represent the sales through their sexual energy. You see, and we will buy it. Okay, and we will buy it. And then lastly, sexuality is represented in the confidence. Okay, it's in your professionalism. It's how you find your goals in your life. So it's your professional sphere. For me personally, sexuality comes in this particular moment right now, because I am on social media. I am on social media and I'm discussing my topic, right? And I am being public. Okay, and you see, if I would not be in the sexual energy, I would be scared and afraid and nervous to run this life, So sexuality, it's an Eros energy, and it is a part of every adult's life. And like I said, there are four major cornerstones, and that's what it consists of, from that energy. So erotic photoshoots are there to develop that and to be able to see that. I want to just now to tell something, because I want to put this information on my course. I am making a Eros transformation course, identity transformation. It's going to be like a self-transformation. I will be just the mentor and the guide in there. People will be doing it for themselves. I will be explaining them where the sexuality lies, right? What they could do, should do, how they have to experiment with it and realize what's happening in every stage of their life. But what I've discovered through my experience, right? Even if you identify every cornerstone in your sexuality, you cannot place yourself a level up. You cannot place yourself a level up if that sexuality is not on point in all four corners. So imagine you have a house and the house has four corners. You see what I'm saying? Or a lift. The house is a lift and you are going the level up. Okay? You cannot just go with the walls up or with the floor up or with the ceilings up. Everything have to go in the same level. So for us to actually go into another life, quality life stage, and you see that's why the transformation is so hard for people to achieve, because one cornerstone is not enough. You have to be going with the four up. That's what I realized, and that's what I'm working on, because you have to be in the zone, right? Then your relationship has to be there present. Then your business and money situation has to be sorted, right? And then your public life or whatever you do, how you express yourself to the world, how you represent yourself has to be also present. Only then, and that's all for a you personal, times personal achievements, but only then you are able to transform your life and change and put to another height. You see, that's what's happening in life. And no one told us and no one explained us how to go to another level. And everyone is going around the circles. Yeah. Trying to work more, trying to do more, trying whatever they try to do, nothing changes. And the reason why I'm saying this because I've tried to work more. At this particular stage, it's the second year when I'm almost not working, and my financial state is even better. And that's surprising. I never thought that it is possible. You see? And it is not you who's making money. You are given. You are given. You see? And you are given that money for the risk, for achievements, for certain goals, for the things you want to do for people. You are given, you know? And a lot of things change when I just start thinking about this. I stayed a lot of time just thinking about different things. Everyone want to change their life, okay? And at this particular moment, I realized there are a lot of people who actually talk about energy because we're entering a Bani world. It's an energy world, and people have to transform themselves from lower vibration into a higher vibration to be healthy, to stay in the game, okay, and to level up, because in life there is always a change and always a growth, okay. We are not staying at the same place and at the same moment, and the only way how the world around us going to change is if we start changing. If we actually start doing something different, and not even doing, first we need to think differently. You see? So that's how it is. And this is something what I wanted to record for my students, because I would like to have a group of people who will start changing and incorporate a sexuality in every aspect of their life and use that energy source, because we are producing this energy, and like I say, we are using it for different directories, okay. And very often, and I am also being a witness of that people, they use that sexual energy for different purposes in the different situations, and then it is not enough for themselves or for their partner. You know, that's what's happening, right? And I can tell you there is one psychologist, and she's very well explaining things, saying like, there are couples who coming to her to talk about relationship issues, right? And the most important is she's saying you can't solve everything with Victoria's Secret. And the problem is intimacy. And the problem is erotic energy. And the problem is sexuality. This is the number one problem, okay, in that person and in their relationships, okay. And what she's saying is that, you know, the guys are complaining that woman doesn't want, and she's saying she doesn't want because she doesn't want that type of intimacy, okay. And then she tried to understand why she doesn't want, because men leave their sexuality in their business. They are very much attentive there, okay. They're very much charming there. They are on point there, okay. They are the most sexiest that can be at work, and then they bringing leftovers. That's what she said. And it's so funny because leftovers, when you say this word leftovers, it's resonate with many people. Okay, so erotic energy and sexuality, like I say, it's built in us. That's how we achieve something. That's how we strive for something. That's that energy comes from. You know, when you want something new, you are excited about something. That's the Eros energy vibrating inside of you. Okay, that's what that is. And people are able to not only to produce but to level up that energy. And if you want me to go and be really honest about you, okay, Eros energy and development of the Eros energy for humanity is necessary for one and single reason. People are afraid to die. Okay, people are afraid to die in a different level. Death is on a different level, okay. So when you achieve certain transformation and go to a certain level, you die differently, okay. You die differently, you know. That's what I can say. So people are scared to die, but sexuality will help you to leave this planet. That's how you entered. Where was the entrance? That is the exit. Okay? But what happened is that somehow, for some reason, we are put off, right? We are put off. And when our adulthood comes and old days come, we do not practice anything and people just die. In my opinion, in my example, I have an elderly mother. Again, my mom, she was programmed in a way that there is no intimacy for older people. That is over. That is why she's not looking for a partner. There is no sexuality when you're older, when you mature. That this is it. That's the programming of olden days, okay. And I believe that new programming have to start, because that's exactly how you leave this planet. That's exactly how you stay healthy. You see, people get used to the understanding that you are getting old, there is something wrong with you, but we already know that the body is actually re- reproducing and how to say new cells constantly and rejuvenating constantly. It becomes new and new again and again. Okay, you're not supposed to getting old. Yes, aging happens, but inside of you with your energy, no. And there are so many people who can witness that because they still have this energy. And they are not gonna die, they will just leave this planet gracefully, nicely. You see? So that is why I want to talk about it. Okay, and I want to bring a new information. And that information is the exit from this earth is exactly where was the entrance. And where was the entrance is this the question. You see? So it is so good to be able finally, a year ago I was just thinking people will think I'm crazy by saying this, Now I'm even don't care what people think, That is why you need to practice sexuality, understand what are the energies there inside you. Because only negative energy blocks your sexuality, and especially the codings. I can tell you, mature generation, people like my mom, they don't believe in any of this. It's not possible in their head. It's just not possible. So it means if I talk right now, my children and the children of children will be changed. You see, and the codes will change, and then they will have a different way out of this planet. You see? Because there is a way out. It's how to say we're just living in a strange life, and that changes are happening right now, and we don't see those changes. But what I'm saying about death is absolutely true. There is no even death. You just flip in your body. If you developed so well and so much with your energy, you just you're just able to live, and live without the regret. That's the best part. Because when you go there, you will be just feeling. There are no words in there. And depending where you go, you will see different things. On the lowest level of your energy vibration, you would see the white path, and you would see the light in the tunnel, and you will see, all the life going through your eyes and so on. There will be different things, but there are different depths. And different depths takes you to a different place. And I don't know, I'm talking right now about the death, but probably sexuality is another pole. Okay, birth and reproduction is another pole of death. You see, there are polarities, right? And one end we are born and we are created through intimacy and sexuality, right? And on the other side, we are leaving this planet. We are leaving this planet, and both energies are the same. And when you will be in on the other side, the feeling is absolutely amazing. I can tell you more and more, but I would like to come back about my erotic photo shoot. About what people would like to shoot, okay? And why they want to make erotic pictures, what kind of things they want to see for themselves, in themselves, inside themselves. You see, when you look into yourself, there is only way to see it is through the mirror or through people around you, because people have a mirror neurons. So they reflect you back. Okay, that's how you can see yourself. Erotic photo shoot, when you do erotic photo shoot, you use a photographer, okay, who has the cameras, and they take a picture of you, okay, of who you are, of your body, of your mood, of your feelings, and even of your thoughts at that moment. Okay, when you will have a photography taken, you can try it, and I can guarantee that I'm right. Take any picture, just go back a year ago. Go back a year ago and look at that picture. If you made this picture in that moment, right? I'm not talking about some stranger's picture, but your picture. If you made that picture and you just can remember how you felt about it, what you felt in that picture. That's how deep this coding goes in. That's how information gets preserved. Okay, and that's why we need the photography, because photography is an X-ray. Okay, not literally, but an X-ray in terms of you still can take a picture of your mood and on what you was thinking. You know, you don't see it, but subconscious mind can read that information. If you were scared at that moment, or if you was enjoying that moment, that's exactly the information you read behind it, behind that picture. Okay, so let me just say hello quickly. I had a very interesting life. Every time I'm starting, I don't know where I will go with the mood, and that is exciting for me. And today I touched certain topics. Okay, I'm just saying hi, hello. Hi, hello, and happy Women's Day. There are so many men here. Usually at Women's Day, men buy flowers, and I think that's lovely. Hi, hello, hi, hello. Hi, hello, hi, hello. I'm going to answer some questions. So if you would like to ask me something, I am live and I am answering questions about erotic photography, erotic photo shoots for couples, erotic photo shoots for men and women. And of course, I create erotic photo shoots without limitations. Hi, my forever love of my heart. I miss you, my baby. I love you so much. You see, that was a confession publicly. I am complicated. I am complicated. People talk about themselves. That's why I am reading this out so that everyone knows who is there. Okay. Now, to be simple, or to be simplified, okay, it is not straightforward. Okay, I think the older you get, the more simplified you get. Okay, so I assume then you just need some time. Okay, but how to say, this universe needs everyone. You know, needs everyone, and complicated, and non-complicated, and simple, and someone in the middle. That's why we live here, so that it's not boring. Everyone is different. I don't think you can handle me. Okay. You see, like I said, everyone has their own perspective, right? I don't know. Do I even need to handle here anyone? I'm just doing my life, okay? Smile for me if you truly love me. Okay, I feel if people were trained in a self-defense, get naked, more comfortable. No. Uh-uh. No, self-defense doesn't help because I showed sportsmen, okay? They are in control of their body, okay? I showed people jiu-jitsu black belts, okay? I showed different people in the sport. They are in control of their body. They present themselves very well, okay? But it doesn't mean that it makes them comfortable, okay? More comfortable are adult models, okay, escort models. They are comfortable because they had intimate contact with everyone. They don't literally have that boundary. It's been polished, okay, it's been polished. Seriously, they are much easier there. There are actors, they've been trained as well. There are dancers, okay, who've been also have a contact, not maybe to the level, but they train their body, but not not sportsmen. Sportsmen are modest people, okay. There are some, differences and so on, but you see, even if they, for example, in the sport like in jiu-jitsu, they're rolling on the mat, right? This is the most sexiest that it can be, actually, and the closest it can be wrestling, right? It's a body to body situation. It's not the same. You see, when be in erotic mode and in sexual mode, it's more explosive than that, right? So I disagree, but the sportsmen perform absolutely better than normal people. That 100%, that 100%. I trained confidence beats every issue. I trained confidence beats every issue. You see, confidence is sexy. Confidence is Eros energy. Confidence is adult energy. Okay? We do not fancy people who are scared and nervous. It's not sexy. It's not really attractive. Okay? If someone is just on the breakdown and freaking out and shivering or scared, or something is happening, this is not that energy that we would like to be attracted to or desire. And like I said, the confidence, when you are in your zone, when you are on the top, when you are owning it, you know that's the confidence. Okay, that's the highest vibration of the confidence. And then you are attractive. Okay, no matter, you see, no matter you are, tall, you are wide, you are short, you are black, you are white, it doesn't matter. You see, confidence is an energy. We are attracted to energy. Then our eyes get polarized, okay, with additional information, okay. But regardless of that, we are attracted to a certain energy, okay, and that energy is the confidence, of course. Okay, my baby is embarrassed to tell the world she loves me. Okay. You see, there are a lot of people who are living in the imagination world, right? And that person watch a lot of corn, okay? Because in corn, everyone loves you. There is no rejection, there is no crisis in there. Everyone wants you, okay? There is no headaches and there is no tiredness in there, okay? You see? And so when you're talking about embarrassment, okay, embarrassment, it is also a child's vibration. You see? Child's vibration. The fact that you are talking about embarrassment, there is a pole out there which are related to you. Okay? Because people are talking about the things they are thinking about, okay, and the energy which sits in them, okay. Some, for example, will be talking about my lips here, some will be talking about my feet here, someone will be talking about how they love me, and so different people imagine about different things, and that's what exactly what they imagine, they express. That is why I'm reading out, because it's interesting to other people. That's the whole point of social media and entertainment. Otherwise, I will be here by myself with my opinion. Okay. Well, I was about to say shoot a markup, something they can see the change for the next one. I was about to say shoot a markup, something that can see, then change for the next one. I am not completely get it, okay, but I can tell you that first the things what they shoot, later they want to change it for better. That's 100%. I heard so many times that when they do a photo shoot, then the next time I know what to do, okay, because they already did it, right? So the next time is always better. And the next time is always there where they really want it. Because at the beginning or at the first photo shoot, they think that they want it, okay? But that's like there is always a hidden request out there. Okay, that's something what I have to tell you. They think that they want thing, but then they will start shooting. They realize that they want totally different thing. Okay, and um, that's how I am noticing consistently through erotic photo shoots with adults. And the reason why is because you see, sexuality is suppressed and blocked in people's minds and in people's bodies. People are embarrassed to receive pleasure, okay, yeah, and then they embarrassed to give pleasure, or even to give pleasure to themselves, or even embarrassed. You see, there is a lot of embarrassment around that, and shame around that, and guilt around that, and sexuality is bonded with a lot of negativity, okay. But we know that this is healthy for us, okay. this absolutely, how to say, balance your body, adult body. I'm not talking about children developing sexuality. There are stages, they're just developing it, right? But adults already developed and they're experiencing and living in their sexuality. And when they're teenagers and young people, they're just testing the ground, okay? They're just gathering that information and they are, how to say, growing their immunity. You see, immunity, right? They have a lot of feelings, and rejection is the part of development of sexuality. Okay, that is why we have this corn situation, because in corn there is zero rejection. You see, and people who created corn, okay, people who created corn, I was always thinking about this, this situation. You see, women like brutal men, okay, and they like strong men, and they like masculine men, okay, and the brutal associated with something, no, let's say negative. You see, it's like, I'm not saying that they want to be attacked, but the corn created in this way that you would not attack the woman. You see that she is straight away desiring, that she is straight away wanting, that she is confirming that he is the best, and so on, that he is never upset and nervous or worried about his performance, okay? And there is no other question, she will see him not or this. There are, there is the whole world of reality eliminated from that, and people grow up on this illusion, and then they struggling to create a real relationship, and when they go into the crisis, they do not understand why, okay, and they don't understand what to do with it. But every crisis is the base for growth and development for both, okay, for both. So that's the thing, okay. In the reality, that woman is not in that place where she's always wanting and she's always giving. That's not a reality. That's only in corn happens, okay. And reality is different. And at that point, okay, when men created this corn, they've created themselves, you see, Bermuda Triangle, where all these souls just disappear, drop into that triangle and disappear. Why they disappear? Because they're online, hanging online and create and living in that imaginative, illusional relationship. And it's not happening in the real life, you see. And the biggest disaster is coming where people are so much connected. I'm talking now to America here, okay? But they're lonely. You understand? Everyone is connected. Everyone can reach everyone. Everyone can see everyone. Everyone is checking everyone, okay? So there is so much information. And so no one is anymore, you see, how to say, closed. We kind of open for communication, for attachment, for matching. We kind of open. But because our generation and other generation will be raised on corn, okay, that illusion, that illusion which happens, right, in people's lives, right, bring them back, bring them away, distance them. Okay. And that is another reason why I want to speak about sexuality, because sexuality, it's developing your adulthood. Sexual energy and rejection, it actually polish men and make them better. The same with the woman as well, because everyone start investing in themselves, in their act, in their present, in everything, how they think, what they say, and so on. And if we live just in corn, it is very easy to press the button and live that life in corn, right? But then switch off the button and go sleep alone, you know. So that's it is. And I believe that if I talk about it more and more, people be encouraged in their sexual energy. to just open up, because it's about how you feel. That's who you attract. Okay, I'm not saying that we will come out and jump on the first person straight away, but we attract people, and we shine energy, we shine that light, and that light attracts people. It's like a beacon. Sexuality is like a beacon, and for some that beacon is dead, but it's there in every human. It's installed. It's a part of your nature. You have that beacon in there. But some people switch it off, switch it off. And they say, that's it. I don't need this beacon. I'm 60 years old, right? And that's it. You know? And that's what I'm trying to change here. To the whole understanding about it. Okay, let me just say hi, hello. Okay, my forever standing wife. Message me when you're done and free on here. I love you. Amazing. Gorgeous. What you think will show in the camera, especially on your face? What do you think will show in the camera, especially on your face? I can tell you about shooting the face. Okay, I am that person. When I shoot erotica, I shoot or face or body. When I shoot people who never done erotic photo shoot before. Okay, because it just happens too many times when I include the face, it spoils the picture. You see? So I am more concentrated on the face during erotica, and then I would bring that face to the point when it looks presentable and sexy and hot, and we pose it in the way, right? Or I shoot the body. Okay, because when the person during that moment when he is turned on, if he see himself, he would not like it. So erotica is not about making beautiful pictures. And erotic is not about being beautiful. Erotic is about feeling something at that moment and understanding that you are feeling this and accepting yourself on that moment, how you're feeling. And I can just tell one story. I once told, I don't remember on what live, but there was this couple who was shooting, making love scenes, and her face was like she was in pain and not like enjoying, but there was like moments when I would like to stop the shoot and ask if everything is okay. It was, I was worried. It was worrying. The shoot was worrying. I'm looking at her and I'm thinking he's hurting her. And that's what majority men would think. Maybe that's why the porn was created. Okay, the corn. So I stopped the shoot and I asked her, is everything all right? And if she's feeling pain. And she looked at me. She was much older than me. And she said, what you don't know? This is my turn on face. You see? And then I laughed to myself, okay, and thinking, well, I haven't seen this face like that yet because everyone has a different turn on face. You see? So that is the part of the erotic photo shoot, to see yourself turn on, to see your turn on face and accept yourself and love yourself in any state. Perfect, not perfect. Stop being pretending. Stop acting out. Stop, playing any kind of games. Just sometimes it comes time to understand really who you are. Okay, only when you understand like truly who you are able to find that person next to you who will be connecting with you. Okay, that's what it's all about, to actually know more information about yourself. I bet, yeah, snat charu is delicious. Snat snat charu. No idea. What is that? You are gorgeous. Thank you. How you doing? I am just talking right now. I'm doing great. I'm not following my plan and I'm going into chit chat, so that's fine. Can you count down from 10 slowly? Okay, there is also someone who is into countdowns here. Where the Han? Okay, I love Black Hawks. How can I be a model? Okay, how can I be a model? Every model uh, must have a portfolio. Okay, it's the first thing. You need to have a portfolio between 6 to 12 pictures at least, hot and sexy pictures. You see, you have to have an experience in shooting, right? It's like how I can be a driver. Okay, I would say you should get a driving license. And for that, you need to learn driving. And for that, you need to get the car or borrow the car or get your, how to say, a person who will have a car and teach you, right? So there is that way, that road. People think that, oh, I want to be a model. And then the photographers and videographers just jump on you because you want to model. No, you know what? I can tell you. There are so many fish in the sea and such a great fish that you are not bothered to even start with the newbies. And I even don't care that they don't want to take money. Okay, they would say, I shoot for free, just take me for couples photo shoot, I do this, and I don't really care. I am there, okay, for a gig, and I want people who I can rely on, who've been with me and shot with me, and I know that we will create a great and amazing content, and I'm going to pay them. I don't need anyone for free to start with. Okay, seriously. So that's the thing. There are a lot of people who think, oh my gosh, I want to be a model or I have a big size, I'm the perfect one. No one said you are perfect. Okay, no one. No, when you are perfect for yourself, it is so good that you think about yourself this way. It's a big, that's a beginning. There are people, models, who want to break into the model industry, and then you ask them about their body. They're not confident about their body. They're not confident about their size. They are not confident about their performance. But the reason why they want to be a model, because they want to get paid. You see, there are different ways, and there are different people who want to be the models. But the ones who want to be the model, they're already modeling, and they already have an experience, and they already know how to say what that is to shoot. They already done everything, and you must imagine. I don't want anyone here newbie running around, don't know what to do. No. This is a professional photo shoot. Everyone gets paid, everyone doing their job, and the models are there for a reason. Okay, because you see, clients come with certain insecurities and imperfections. I can tell you that for nothing. Okay. If models think that they will arrive to the studio and they would shoot with models, that is a corner situation. Okay. But usually it's a mature couple who would like to have an erotic photo shoot and try to risky themselves, right? And that's not a model look like couple. Okay. And that model who will come and arrive to perform with them will do amazing job because the model has an experience to be an escort. An escort do anything for money. That's who I hire, you know? Do anything for money. And there are some models who will come to erotic photo shoot and they start shooting like it's their shoot, and start posing. You see, models who shooting with other people, they should not be visible. They are props. They are props. They're selling their body and they're assisting the shoot and creating amazing and hot, sexy memories for a couple. And they should shoot in a way that their face is not in the camera even. And that is something what people should learn. It's not just pop into the studio and this. No, there is an experience out there. Okay. So that's what with the models. If you want to be a model, you start shooting. Because shooting with the camera, it is also an experience. Shooting with another person and make that person feel great about you and about her or about himself, doesn't matter with who you shoot, It's another skill. Okay. And then be aware and know how to shoot it to make the great content. It's a skill on top of that. You see? And that's what, I'm hiring. That's what I'm interested to work with. I know that I will hire these models, and clients will have an amazing time, and photos and videos will be great. Why would I trade something for someone who's new and want to try this? I don't care. You see, there are other people who you can test and try. That's how it works. I'm being honest here. Great insights. Thank you. Send me a huge kiss. And perfectionist mindset is based on fear, right? I can tell you, there are trends, okay? There are communities that we are living in. And I don't, this is a coding, okay? When you was born into the family where children were coded to be perfect all the time, right? That's the code you receive. Okay, no one's fault is there. Okay, but I can tell you before there was a lot of perfectionist fathers who were trying to make their children perfected, and their children then came out from that system trying, to be perfect all their lives, to please and be good. Okay, and it's not about fear, it's about the code that is imprinted inside of you. At that time, those children, they would accept any coding. But that's how our human development was going, okay? At that time, that's how our parents were. And if we speak more or less, for example, even if you look at the psychologist family situation, relationship situation, you would see that most of them, they had the same coding and they are fighting or having crisis about the same things, okay? The humanity was developing more or less in the same way, okay? Now there is a different time when we are moving into the energy. Okay, when I was studying medicine in 1994, okay, and I spent 7 years studying medicine, there was not a single word for a single professor who was telling something about energies. Nothing. So you would ask about certain conditions and you would ask about certain illnesses, and you would ask why after this operation people, recovered, and after this is they died, and everything, was done identically, and the manipulation was the same. Okay, and I just constantly had too many questions, you know, too many questions was there. Okay, and even now, and even if you look at the medicine, I can tell you, you can Google. Okay, medicine was also transformed and changed after the war. Okay, and that oil production came, and that pharmacy came. The pharmacy is number one business. Why on the world? Why? Because they're making medicine from oil, because they're curing people, they're making people ill with their product, and then and what they feeding us with, right? And then they're curing us with the oil, medicine and other stuff. Okay, and every doctor who was introduced to medicine, that's what they learn, to treat people like that. And the most important thing what they've been doing is they cut, okay, the whole body cut into pieces, right? The ear, the eyes, the throat, the skin, the organs, and they put the system is one. Okay, and if there is something wrong in one system, there are elements which are reflected in the other systems. Okay, but how the professionals doing and watching it, they just been able and taught about one system in general. Okay, so there is some professor who knows everything about the ear. What is wrong about the ear? But one organ, and then the other is just like that. So everything was changed. Everything was changed, but the body, you see, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. It's actually one system covering other system. And if one system is failing, the other system is taking more work and doing something more. That's why the symptoms coming out. And not every medical person can help you. In the reality, human's body, human machine, I'm talking in a very, how to say, different way, spaceship. It's a spaceship because it has an energy element. No one knows how it's done. They open the body, they know, what it consists of, but there is another element of energy. And around our body, there is an energy field. No one can open and cut that. It's not even visible to our eye. Okay? But through that energy, that's where the emotion and that's where the feelings go down into your body, and your body gets embodied with the certain negative emotion, especially negative emotion for one single reason, because negative vibration or brain is designed to suffer. It actually process the information for 1.5 hours. You can stay in negativity, and yet unless you really learn to flip and transform yourself in a way that you go into a pleasant emotion. Pleasant emotion is vibrating for 5 minutes in your body, so your brain is designed to suffer. Your machine is made like this. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If we discuss more and more and you ask me more questions, I give you more information about the things that I know. Okay. Oh, you back. Yes, I am back. I want a photo shoot with you. When people say I want a photo shoot with you, I believe they mean with me. And I remember I asked one guy, "What do you mean with me?" And he says, "I mean like girlfriend and boyfriend." You know what they mean? When I want a photo shoot with you, it means a girlfriend and boyfriend. Okay. How many photographers will do a photo shoot like that? It's funny, but thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Photo shoot done by me, it's also possible, right? Okay, it's very expensive, right? Yes, yes. Well, I can tell you, I heard this about expensive. Okay, why is it so expensive? I want to have a photo shoot. Why is it so expensive? That's a huge topic, and it would go straight away on the price list. Okay. The first reason is this. I think it is very important to understand that if there is something you cannot find in many places and it's very rare and it's very unique, it has to be reflected on the price. It just has to be, right? Then another thing people need to understand, you see, when people are talking about price, okay, how much they need it. And if it's expensive for you, it means you are not ready. You don't need it. That's how it is. Because you can spend anything if your life depend on it. If your life would change, you would spend any money. And what is money? It's energy. You can get that energy back straight away. You see, when I was doing some psychology courses, okay? Psychology courses, and I was really desperate to understand many things. I had a lot of questions, and I did few courses in there, and they were pricey, But then I've realized one thing, or I'm going right now, and I'm having those answers to myself because everyone has certain issues, and I was in crisis at that moment, right? Or I would have an answers to myself and live a beautiful and nice life, and I know what I want to do next, or I will be sitting in the doubt and just running in the same circle, you see? And I have no regrets I went there, you see? No regrets. And I went to another one and another one because I felt that I needed. Okay? And I am totally different person become from that moment when I went in there. Okay? So that is the situation everyone is deciding for themselves when they want to change and how much they want to change. Because erotic photoshoot is a changing mechanism. It's designed to change you. It is the place when you will see yourself without, clothes, without the mask, without covering yourself. It's the place where you actually be able to see yourself. And the person I am able to show everyone who they are, like the real person. And if you need to change, at least you have a base, but you recognize and realize who you are. And as soon as you will see it, you will be able to create that change. That's how we design. As soon as we have a data, as soon as we have an information about us, about how we look, about how we feel, about what we want to be, we're even able to shoot the future shots, the shots, how you want to change, how you want to vibrate. You see, when you are in energy and in a certain vibration, it is very hard to flip and go into a certain frequency. It's basically impossible to do that unless you are a yogi. Okay, in terms of energy, what will happen is that you will do a photo shoot and then flick back. That's why you need that photography, and that's why you need that energy base to go back to analyze your files and to learn about you, to actually be able to do that change. And I can tell you how that change is done. That change is done automatically. Okay, because there is a scientific proof and there is a phototherapy, and while you're shooting you are recording your psychological conscious and subconscious state, because you are able undressing to expose yourself to the level of your thoughts, to the level of your scariest and most most hidden thoughts. That's the point of the whole erotic photo shoot. Okay, to place yourself into unknown situation, into something what is uncomfortable. You know what's happening after uncomfortable. There is a growth, there is a change in there. There's going to be a flip. It is inevitable. When people go into something what is scary, drastic, or if they have not no traumatic experiences and they go with the excitement mood, the change is waiting regardlessly there. We are designed to evolve. We just need to know where and how. And that will be those indications. The photography, what you will receive in my erotic photo shoot. Okay, you will receive the whole file and you could see how you developed every shot, what was happening with you, how you was going step by step. It's the work that not every professional can achieve, okay, and not every professional can understand what to do and how lead people to a positive change. Because when you undress, you become very vulnerable. You become that person who you are, and then you want to be a better version of yourself. And a better version of yourself, it is always that version who is confident, who accepts themselves, who are realistic, who loving themselves, okay? Who is enough, who is accepting their flaws and imperfections. Because this is the only place where you actually can see them. The other places you go, you would be hiding. You see, hiding them. So that's why erotic photo shoot is so effective. Effective. No one is listening. No one. You're making speech to no one. I'm risky and you not. I'm risky and you not. Who you talking to? You disappointed me. I just wanted to be your friend. That's very nice. That's very nice. Late age, around 34. This is an introduction. Yes, absolutely. No, I don't. Woman control of that. You talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk. That's what I'm saying. There are some people who are just talking about themselves. Okay. And that life allows that. Okay, and from one point is, you see, social media is a therapy. Okay, not only photography is a therapy, but social media is a therapy. People can go to any kind of account and just show who they are, share a part of themselves. Okay, it's not even related to that person who is talking there as a speaker. Okay, it's not even related. Everyone talking about themselves. And when I'm reading out the messages, there is just only information. It's information about themselves, who they are. How you know all of this? You don't let anyone touch you. Eggs in America are £8. $8 a dozen. Oh, I didn't know this information. I didn't know about the eggs. Okay, you are old maid. How you know this? You live, then hit the bottom by. And I am upset. And I am very upset. And you lied to me. Hi, how you eaten? I'm I'm eaten today. I actually just had a very nice cake. You ready for the truth? Absolutely. I always ready for the truth. That is why I'm reading those messages. I made ravioli. So there is, you see, the food. There is another topic about the food. You know, food is also related with sexuality. Okay, it will be very strange, but people who, you see, when they feel depressed or they feel sad, okay, they are going to eat something. Okay, and food helps, and especially sugar. Okay, and in the oldest day, you know that there was a chocolate, there was a strawberry. Okay, what was there? Oysters. There are so many products that people will relate and kind of associate it with sexuality. Even imagine that it will strengthen libidos, and we're preparing and eating certain foods, right? So food is very much related to sexuality and to satisfaction too. You are lying again. I really love all the messages because you are all important. Every one of you. Okay, and 11 inches. From the ravioli to 11 inches. Okay, like I said, everyone is thinking about themselves. Okay, and some things thinking at the moment about the ravioli, and some thinking about the 11 inches. 11 inches, it means that you would be a fantasy to the woman who would like to create a erotic photo shoot, and those photo shoots are very specific to couples. When couple would like to shoot the hot and sexy model, that can I handle that? Interesting. Smile if I can finish. Blast off. Safe words. No communication. Is this recording? Maybe. She don't respond to the end. This is commercial. She makes 2 hour speech every day. I think you think you're perfect. That's absolutely amazing. That is all entertaining. Okay, please block me. No, I'm not gonna block anyone for a very simple reason. There is an option. Okay, there is an option, but I need everyone. And negative comments is and also a very precious comments. Okay, and you see, they are not possible. You know, these accounts are not possible without negative comments. Actually, negative comments make these accounts. Okay, so this is the only reason why I am not blocking you. Actually, there is a new marketing strategy, very recent, few years only, who is targeted to negative comments, to trigger people, so that people, because people are holding back the positivity. It's something what they are not very much inclined to share with. But negative comments or people full of negativity, this is very easy for them. In general, negative energy, it's a most easiest energy that can enter your body. Okay, it is very hard to actually not to be in the negative vibration. That's an effort, and to be in negativity, there is no effort, you just can be it. So that's why people take a lot of knowledge to actually reverse themselves and energy. Okay, so negativity is welcome on every my channel. Absolutely, I don't have any problem with that. But there are some folks, people don't want to see naked. Yes, yes, there are people who don't want to see anything naked, and they don't want to see even naked themselves. Okay, there are people. Okay, there are people. You see, now I've decided that I will create erotic photography, and the budget package will be for erotic photo shoot, but dressed. And that's what I realized just this year. Okay, because you can be sexy and you can be even intimate. You can do things with clothes on. No one wants, not everyone wants to undress. Okay, undressing is very challenging. It's revealing. Okay, it actually exposes you. And not everyone is mentally stable and mentally strong to be exposed right away on the spot. Okay, so that is why they would not want to be in this situation, and they would never do the shoot. But most of them has a fantasy, and that fantasy will be possible if they will be doing this dressed. Okay, so that is one adjustment which I would add to my studio. The other thing is, if you do not want to see other person naked, right, or yourself naked, right? Imagine you have a wife and you do not want to see her naked. Okay, that will be not a norm. The fact that you don't want to see yourself naked, it means that you do not accept yourself. Okay, and the fact that you maybe love your wife and that is enough information for you, and you don't want to see anyone, that's okay. So it depends on the situation, okay, about being naked. But like I say, if I'm creating erotic photo shoot, okay, now you can create erotic photo shoots, and when you dressed, you don't need to be naked. You can have intimate scenarios when you have clothes on. It's possible. You know that it's possible, right? So that's an option. Okay, morning. It is quite an evening here in London. Do you cook? I think I've seen your live before. Do I cook? No, I don't cook on live. Okay, but I am a very normal woman who makes food. Right, makes food, especially when first my qualification was to become a head chef. So I cook better than others. Okay, like better than others, and yes, I cook. Yes, I cook. Okay, I finished today. It was very nice to chat with you. There was, I can tell you something. When people are upset, the only humans who are upset are children. Okay, the only humans who upset are children. When people showing how upset they are, okay, it's like a tantrum. Okay, like, oh, you don't love me, oh, you this, this is a childhood reaction. And when adults are in a childhood vibration, okay, they will never connect with the other with the other adult, only with a child, with the child's energy. Okay, so that's what's happening. Or there will be another connection when she is his mommy, okay, or he is her daddy, right? That kind of a connections, which you know what I'm talking about. But I'm disclosing now energies. There are men, adult men, who behave like children. The moment they think that they're rejected, they will start their tantrum, and and so on. Okay, and today we witnessed that. And thank you so much for coming and showing. Okay, thank you so much for showing, because that is, you see, a clear proof that people feel this way and vibrate in their child's vibration. And what happens when adults are in a child's vibration? First, they don't have a relationship. Second, they don't have money. They don't have any businesses and stuff. They're getting by. Okay. And of course, they don't have intimacy. Okay, because they're children. And there are adults in child vibration. And that's what's happening. And my erotica and erotic channel are discussing all these situations. Okay, all these situations, because in erotic photo shoots there are different scenes and different scenarios and different role plays. Okay, and there are fantasies when adults would like to go into infantile stage, and do whatever kind of fantasies. They have to relive this. It helps. Okay, it's a sort of therapy, and that's what I'm saying. Erotica, it's a way to go into therapy with yourself, you know with yourself. So thank you so much for being here and participating, and I'll see you later. Love you, kiss you, mean it. Bye.